I mean, we're just going to keep fighting. I don't know what to say. You know, I gotta do what we have to do. I don't like where we are, but.
That was Governor J.B. Pritzker caught on a hot microphone describing the state of the presidential race last night. Those remarks come as top Democrats, party donors, even celebrities like George Clooney are calling for J.B. Pritzker to step forward and run for the Democratic nomination for president. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Mike Bush. Pritzker was in East St. Louis today cutting a ribbon on a new infrastructure project. And that's where our political editor, Mark Maxwell, pressed him to explain those comments on Hot Mike and his own political ambitions. Mark?
Yeah, let's wind back the clock for a minute. Back in 2016 at the DNC in Philadelphia, Illinois Democrats thought they had their guy. For the governor's race, Chris Kennedy was it. Like Joe Biden, voters had known that name for decades. But like Joe Biden, Kennedy stumbled at an awkward gaffe on camera at the convention. And while it wouldn't officially happen for 20 more months, the party eventually turned to J.B. Pritzker, who could fund his own race and won big. Now some Democrats at the national level are asking if he can do it again on the biggest stage of them all.
When J.B. Pritzker finished cutting a ribbon on a new infrastructure project, reporters pressed him to explain this moment caught on a hot mic.
Gotta do what we have to do. I don't like where we are, but all I was referring to is I don't like the polls, right? Joe Biden is behind by a couple of points nationally. I think we should be doing a lot better. I've certainly said that President Biden should get out there more, talk to the American public, make sure that he's communicating about the issues that are important to them.
Pritzker says the stakes in this presidential race couldn't be higher.
This is the fight of our lifetime. This is the most important election of our lifetime. We need everybody to come together to defeat Donald Trump.
But come together behind whom? While Pritzker vows to back Biden if he stays in, he acknowledges Biden's slipping in the polls. Thursday morning, 3 Biden campaign aides told NBC News the president's chances of winning are 0. Pritzker has called the conversation about possible replacement candidates a healthy discussion.
Are there any Democrats other than Joe Biden who can beat Donald Trump?
Oh, I think that we would have an excellent chance with any Democrat, except that Joe Biden is the one who's proved over 50 years that he is a patriot. He's somebody who believes in the working families of America, and he's delivered for them.
In a Tuesday letter, actor George Clooney said, "It's devastating to say it, but the Joe Biden I was with 3 weeks ago was the same man we all witnessed at the debate," adding, "Our party leaders need to stop telling us that 51 million people didn't see what we just saw." Clooney's short list of backup candidates include Vice President Kamala Harris and governors like Pritzker, Gretchen Whitmer, and Gavin Newsom. But as Pritzker has said, until Biden steps aside, he is the nominee.
If he does that and Kamala Harris jumps into this race, would you call on all other Democrats to step aside and unite behind her candidacy?
Well, you know, you're coming up with a hypothetical here. Honestly, I'm supporting Joe Biden because he said he's going to be our candidate, and we have to beat Donald Trump. Donald Trump is bad for America, bad for working families, and frankly, bad for democracy. I'm really deeply concerned about the future of the nation under another term of Donald Trump.
Now all eyes on that high-stakes speech from President Biden. The press conference coming up soon. Pritzker starts to hit the road to campaign in Ohio, in Indiana this weekend, then eventually arriving at Milwaukee Monday at the Republican National Convention. His campaign apparatus, Think Big America, is also running ads in swing states like Nevada and also in Florida.